Fires and explosions at two chemical plants 5 months apart, the largest wreck removal in U.S. history, and a legacy of environmental ruin at 4 federal Superfund sites. These have some people in Glynn County, Georgia, feeling the odds are stacked against them and the environment. Renata DiGregorio is on your side, asking why this is happening and what can be done.
It was redder than red, and it was real thick.
911, where's your emergency?
The cargo ship just flipped over in the channel.
Nearly 100 homes in Glynn County are still evacuated.
They didn't give us any information.
Profit and destroy.
Marshes, beaches, and live oaks cover Glynn County, Georgia. But just as much a fixture of the landscape, the county's numerous industrial facilities. In just 5 months, explosions at a Simrise manufacturing plant in November and a fire at Pine Nova manufacturing plant in April, both forcing evacuations. The Simrise explosions leading to a fish kill, then another fish kill outside Sunbelt Forest Products in December. All this following the capsizing of the Golden Ray cargo ship in the St. Simon Sound in 2019, carrying 4,300 vehicles, which caught fire multiple times and leaked huge quantities of oil and other industrial fluids. These explosions and problems aren't happening far away out of sight. We're in a neighborhood where the latest plant explosion happened in their backyards.
The smell for me was very intense for days.
Anita Collins grew up in Brunswick and is a leader in her neighborhood, which includes government housing across the fence from Pine Nova.
Some residents have had health issues, headaches, burning eyes, breathing.
The Pine Nova plant, which makes wood resin, has operated about 1.5 miles from downtown Brunswick for more than 100 years, formerly under the company Hercules. Hercules produced the pesticide toxaphene until 1980, according to the company. Toxaphene is now classified by the Environmental Protection Agency as a probable human carcinogen.
Think about how many individuals have grown up with that plant being right where it is.
First Coast News questioned Georgia's Environmental Protection Division about the plume of smoke from the Pine Nova fire. They say air readings from 3 locations don't show any emissions that exceed the plant's permitted levels. The county of 85,000 people is also home to 4 federal toxic waste sites. That toxic legacy prompted a study by Emory University, screening residents for the presence of chemicals like mercury and PCBs, which were dumped in the area by local industries for decades.
There seems to be a lack of oversight and a lack of strict enforcement.
Environmental advocates like Maggie Van Cantfort with Altamaha Riverkeeper say companies do not face proportionate repercussions. One example they give, the 2-year cleanup of the Golden Ray cost $1 billion. The ship's owner, Hyundai Glovis, was penalized at $3 million.
The marsh provides extreme environmental services to the world, and that needs to be protected.
These are older plants, they need upgrades. We're asking the EPD to look at that.
Glynn County Commissioner Cap Fendig says the county, city, and companies must work together. At a meeting following the Pine Nova fire, it was revealed that neither the plant nor local firefighters had the materials needed to fight the fire.
What we did in that meeting was put all of our industrial plants on notice. Number one, they're going to have to make arrangements to store foam on site that's appropriate to the type of chemicals that they're messing with.
We were not prepared. The plant wasn't prepared. We weren't prepared.
Pine Nova's Senior Director of Operations says in a statement the company is committed to finding the cause of the fire and increasing fire safety. According to the EPA, the plant is considered a significant non-complier of regulations governing hazardous waste disposal and has been fined $365,000 over the last 10 years. It was also cited by OSHA in 2021 after employees were exposed to chemicals. But Pine Nova is just one of Glynn County's many industrial facilities. The fire there, only the most recent problem.
What we're talking about is legacy pollution in this county.
Neighbors like Collins say it's up to local, state, and federal officials, as well as companies, to stop the next disaster before it happens. Renata Di Gregorio, First Coast News, on your side.